Alright everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. Tonight I'm coming at you with another retro season review. It's going to be the 1994 Canberra Raiders. Before I get into the video, I'd just like to say that if you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so and helping out this independent YouTuber. I'm at 407 subscribers at the moment. Thank you to everyone that subscribed to my channel, past and present. Getting into the season review though, the club finished in 3rd place behind Canterbury-Bankstown, who were minor premiers, and North Sydney, who come in 2nd. They finished 3rd. They had 22 games played for the year, 17 wins, 5 losses, points differential of 379 plus, which left them on 34 competition points. They also finished the 1993 season in 3rd place as well. David Fairner was the top point scorer with 196 points. Jason Croker and Brett Mullins both shared the top try scorer with 22 tries. Mal Meninga was the captain. Tim Sheens was the head coach. The biggest attendance they got for the year was 25,253 against Western Suburbs in round 21. To start off the year, they had a 24-16 loss against Cronulla, big shock to start off the year. Then they had 2 wins, and then in round 4 they lost 17 points to 12 against Canterbury. In round 9, they suffered probably one of the shocks of the decade when the Gold Coast Seagulls, who had come last 3 years in a row, beat Canberra 8 points to 4 up at Chris Cunningham Field. In round 14, they also suffered 25 points to 10 loss against North Sydney. But other than that, they had a pretty good regular season. Between round 15 and the grand final, they only lost 1 game. Now, back in those days, it was only a top 5, not a top 8 like it is now. And they had some really strange names for the finals game. So, in the major preliminary semi-final, Canberra beat North Sydney 26 points to 12, which set up a clash next week against Canterbury-Bankstown. And that was called the major semi-final. And they lost that 9 points to 18, which meant that they had to go into a preliminary final against North Sydney. And they beat North Sydney 22 points to 9. And I remember watching that game because John Lomax was set off for Canberra. And North Sydney had a chance to really take a hold of the match with the extra man. And then the next set of 6, Gary Larson gets set off for hitting someone around the head. So it was 12 on 12 for I think about 60 minutes or so. But Canberra prevailed in that one. In the grand final though, totally different story. Even though Canberra had lost to Canterbury earlier in the year, they beat them 36 points to 12 at the Sydney Football Stadium. David Fairner was the Clive Churchill medal winner. It was the highest scoring grand final since 1951. Another iconic moment from that grand final and probably of the decade is Mal Meninga in his final game, taking an intercept in the last couple of minutes of the game, running towards the left hand upright, getting chased by Jared McCracken, putting the ball over the line. It was also remembered for Paul Osborne. He'd been out there for most of the year by Tim Sheens. He was brought into the side to replace John Lomax, and he played probably the game of his life. There were some other big contributors to the Canberra side in 1994. They scored a lot of points in 1994, so Ruben Wiki got 15 tries, Meninga got 13 tries, Noah Nandruka got 12 tries, Ken Negus got 11, Bradley Clyde got 10, and Stephen Walters as a hooker got 9 tries, which is quite a lot. They also racked up some big scores against some sides. Round 2 they beat South 46-16. Round 3, 34-8 over Newcastle. Round 6, 40-24 over West. St George, they beat them in round 10, 40 points to 10. Round 11 against East, 38-4. Round 15, Belmead, they beat them 36-0. Round 16 against Cronulla, 56-12. South Sydney in round 17, they beat them 48 points to 8. And then round 18 of the competition, they beat Newcastle 56-16. So some big wins there. Looking back at the Canberra season, it's probably not as dominant as I remember. It's they did finish behind minor premiers Canterbury and they did finish behind North Sydney, but they owned the big moments and they stood up when it mattered and they owned those big moments and they did well to win the premiership. As of 2021, as it's going to be next year, 1994 was the last premiership for Canberra. Just to put that into perspective, I was 7-year-old when they won their last premiership. And the Super Nintendo was the console to buy at the time, and I had one. So it's a very long time for Canberra fans, but 1994 was a great year for them. Anyways, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, click that like button. And if you have not yet subscribed, as I said earlier, make sure you click that subscribe button. I'm going to be making more of these retro videos coming up in the next few weeks and few days, so stay tuned for them. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here and I hope you enjoy your weekend. Catch you all later. Ta-ra.